YouTube, this is Jen, your Pudgy Picker. Got another Thursday auction haul for you. Spent a decent amount. Got a few interesting things. Some things that will require research. Sometimes when you take a chance on stuff, you know it's going to require some research. And look who's here! Inky! There's Inky. And then over here is Pixel. So let me show you what I got. This week I was number 9. I got there really early. So I don't think I've ever been anything less than maybe 40 something. So number 9. I got this stained glass. It's probably 16 or 18 by 18. They had another one. It was kind of like a quilt motif. The other one went too high. It was in blues. This one I did pretty good on. Whenever I can find the stained glass at a good price, I always pick it up. I always do really well with it. No matter how big or small it is, it usually always sells. And this is pretty. I got the Thinker bookends. I don't know what metal they are. They are extremely heavy. The bottom is, what do you call it? Is marble. And then they're probably, I don't know. I don't think they're bronze, of course. But I've sold a couple of Thinkers before. So whenever I see them at a good price, I pick them up. I got this cute little teapot. It says Japan on the bottom. The handle is coming apart a little bit, so I might need to see what I can do with that, but they were just too adorable. Love the colors. So I will do a little research on those. This they ended up throwing in with a jewelry lot because nobody was bidding on the jewelry, so they threw this in. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's a music box with a little doxy in it. So, yeah. I mean, the latch is, part of the latch is missing. I don't know. I'll do a little research on it. You know, when you go to an auction and nobody's bidding on one thing, they'll throw a couple things together and you have to take them all. So, sometimes you get stuck with something you didn't necessarily intend to get or want. Okay. And this box with some jewelry in it. Looks like there's a few necklaces, but there's a lot of brooches. Nothing too crazy, you know, expensive, but nice. I have a little jewelry stand that I have brooches. So, yeah, I'll have to go through this tangle and see. I think this is a little pill box, actually. So, yeah, there was that one. And then this one is just a little bit of everything. There are some neat bangle bracelets in here. I don't think they're necessarily anything spectacular to watch. But a lot of times, if I get these at a good price, I'll put them in a jar, like a mason jar, and put a price on it, and they will sell pretty good. So, but I have to do a little bit of research on that. This is the combination of 2 box lots. One was more than the other. There was at least 9 box lots. One had like a lot of atlases and old maps. The one I got, there was another one. So this is 2 combined. I ended up getting the last box lot for $2. I figured I could find something in it to sell. There was at least 5 boxes that were all antique pictures, and you know how much I love antique pictures. The bid went up to $35 choice, and one lady went up and took all 5 boxes of the photos for $35 each. Now, unless there was something major spectacular in those, or any postmortems, I don't see how she was going to recoup her money. Now, I don't know if she was a seller or if she just liked collecting them herself, but $35 a box lid, that was just too much. And some of them had a few larger ones, but there was only like maybe 10 in there. But I don't know. I don't know what her thinking was, but she was very thrilled to go pick them up because as soon as that thing hit 30 to 35, I mean, I was out at 10. Cheapskate that I am. But let me show you what I got. I did go through and separate all this out, put everything into certain dates. I had a couple of books. This one's from 1908. It's about inventions. This one is actually, looks like it's a tour book, like what you're supposed to read when you're doing a tour. That was 1913. A lot of these are travel books. This one is about trees and forests, 1950. Trees of Mount Rainier National Park, 1949. 1945, a handbook for the exhibition buildings of Colonial Williamsburg. I don't know. How many of you were drugged there as a child? Raise your hand. Yeah, I was too. 1945. So, like I said, this is going to require a lot of research. 1905, Songs of Praise. This is a songbook. If I can't really find anything on this, I might use it to make my music wreaths. This was nice too. Embroidery Lessons and Colored Studies. And this is How to Embroider. 1913 is the date on this one. Very neat picture on the front. The rest of this I kind of grouped into eras. This one is a lot of travel things from the 1940s. There's actually a picture in there. And old clippings of newspapers. A few like world's best like trivia books, like what you do to keep yourself busy when you're traveling. This is really neat. This is the oldest thing, one of the older things I found in here. It's called A Child's Garden of Verses picture book, and it is from the 1930s. So it's in pretty good condition. So I am going to do some research on this one and see what it's going for. So that was a nice find. These I'm going to have to do some individual research. These are all postcards from the 1950s. This one being a book where, you know, you fill one out and then tear it out, and then on the little stub you write who you sent it to. But these are all postcards. So I'm going to have to kind of go through and group out what they are when I do my research and see what they're worth. But that was a pretty decent amount. You know, you figure back in the day, people would buy postcards of where they went. They didn't necessarily send them to their friends, but cameras maybe weren't as prolific as they are now. So instead of taking pictures, you just buy the postcard. And the only thing they have really on the back of these is somebody wrote like what date, or if it was a restaurant or something, they had dinner here. But most of them are from August of 1953 and I think 54. So requires some research. These are photos from the 1950s, including some negatives. I thought this one, there's two of these that are very similar. I have to see this one, it's really interesting. Yep, I turn it around. What does it say? Mount Royal. Tally ho. Interesting. Yeah, that's the old version of, hey, we caught you on the roller coaster making a terrible face. Do you want to buy that? You want to buy that as a souvenir? These are some cards, Valentine's Day cards, and a couple of birthday cards from the 50s. Very cute illustrations on some of these. So there's about 5 or 6 in there. These are all brochures and information for traveling in the 1950s. A lot of them are from, I think, in Canada. So not sure if these are going to be of interest to anybody. See the date on there one, September 53. So that I have to go through and do some research on. This was one of the most interesting finds. This is a part of a newspaper from 1895. And I was just taken with the pictures and illustrations in here. I had my husband look over this really good. So I don't know who would be interested in this. Morphine. Oh, no, I'm interested in that. No, just kidding. This is from April 1941, National Historical Magazine. Pretty good condition, really. So that was all the stuff that I got in the 2 box lots. Like I said, I spent like 2 or 3 hours with my husband going through it and just looking at it and sorting it out so that when I go to do the research, it can make a little more sense. So some of these too, if you want, you can sell them as a box lot or an estate box lot. I know some people will sell things that way. So who knows? Well, let me break down the numbers for you. Like I said, I was number 9. I did jot down on here exactly what I had. Of choice of maps, books, and papers. Those were the box lots I told you about. I paid $8 for 1 box. Box of jewelry and music box, that was $9. I did get a small end table, which I'm actually going to do a project for, so I will show that to you later. That was a whole $5. Stained glass window was $9. Thicker bookend, $7.50. Box of paper, that was the other box lot I told you about, for $2. Choice of table was the green jewelry bin, that one. That was $3, and for $3 I also got the teapot and 2 mugs that say Japan. So that was everything I got this week. Came to $46.50, 13% buyer's premium. Credit card was $6.05. The 7% county tax was $3.25 for a grand total of $55.80. So not too bad this week. Interested to see how my postcards and such do. Stained glass, I will probably put close to 30 on that. That will go out to my antique mall. And the rest I'm going to kind of do some research on. But I think I did pretty good this week. Love the paper lots. I don't know. It's just something fun about getting something for $5 or, you know, $6 or $7. Coming home and digging through it and seeing what treasures you can find. That's a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this week's auction. If you could, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Subscribe, please, if you haven't already. Also, if you are on Twitter, follow me under The Pudgy Picker. And until next time, I'm going to be doing some thrifting on Wednesday. And then again, on Thursday, we'll do the auction again. You never know what you're going to find. It's some weeks it's like really great stuff. Other weeks it's like, why did I bother? You just never know what you're going to find when you go there. So until next time, make sure you tune in and keep a track of all my good stuff I'm finding. The weather's warming up. It's 55 today, no snow. So we are hoping for garage sale season to start because I am so ready for garage sale season. So until next time, happy picking. Bye.